There, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is D done here, the most chill gamer. I still got to figure out a new intro. I've been saying the most chill COD player for years before this, and I got to figure out how to incorporate that since I don't just play Call of Duty anymore. In fact, I think I actually enjoy uh, games like this a little bit more now than I did then. Um, So I don't know. Maybe if Madden gets better, maybe I'll throw some Madden in here as well. But anyway, getting off topic. This is Oakland A's franchise. We are in season 2, and after having a disastrous month of June that really set us back, we had a pretty much the exact opposite result in July. So in June, we lost, or we only won 8 games. In July, we won all but 10 games. We also had our draft, and we had a pretty stellar one. We had 3 mid to high B potential pitchers, uh, a B potential relief pitcher, and then 2 7. So like basically 3 low B, high C relief pitchers, 3 mid to high tier potential starting pitchers, and then 1 A plus starting pitcher. All of them pretty young. Our oldest is a relief pitcher, Kyle Brown, who throws heat, 96 and 94 um, on the 4-seamer and 2-seamer. So pretty exciting draft. And then, of course, we had the trade deadline, and we made some moves. I apologize. I'm still a little congested from allergies and stuff, so I apologize if I sound not as appealing, but I digress. We added Tyler Wells from the Orioles, a guy who is playing probably is better than his ratings may indicate. Right now, he is our best pitcher at a 3.61 ERA and a 1.2 WHIP. So not bad. Our pitching was terrible. If our pitching was any better, we would probably be middle of the pack and leading for a wild card. But we are in the bottom of our division, but only 4 games out of the wild card spot. Eric Lauer, our free agent signing from last year, has been improving. As you can see, he is on fire now. But still, 4.45 ERA is not great. Walker Buehler, so we traded for him. He was on the Dodgers, and there was just no place for him there. He's surrounded by younger talent that is equally as good as him and guys that are just as old as him but are immensely better. Had some good years previously, had some really good years previously, and so we were hoping that maybe he has a little bit of a resurgence as a starter here in Oakland. So he came over at, I think, 30, 40 pitches and a 7 ERA, so he's made a start or two, a couple starts, and his ERA has already dropped from 7 to 6, so I think that's pretty good results so far. JP Sears is playing kind of how we expect JP Sears to play, 73 overall, but still not great. Still not great. If we had anyone better, we would probably put him in there, but we just don't have any other options. And then Caprillion rounding us out, having a decent year for his standards. He's been in AAA, came up, has pitched, 2 to 3 games, probably 3 games, and has posted a 4 ERA. So has come to the rotation and been pretty good. Our bullpen, we made some changes. Jorge Lopez was already on the team and pitching extremely well in our long reliever spot. Phil Maton, an all-star for the team, one of only, I think, 2. We did have some snubs, though, having just a disgustingly good year with a .57 ERA and a .69 WHIP. It just does not get any better than that. We traded 2 closers, 2 younger, kind of high potential guys, but they had very low walk per 9, and so just incredibly inconsistent. Andrew Chafin is a proven veteran and having a great year, so we traded 2 of our closers for Andrew Chafin. We also got Justin Topa in a trade, and then we brought up Austin Pruitt, who did great last year and was doing great in the minors, but so far through 7 innings, looks like garbage. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But we mixed it up, and then we had a great month. So I am looking ahead to this episode in the month of August. Of course, we are just going to be playing 2 games. And then we have September call-ups and our push for the playoffs. But the push begins now. If we have a strong August, if we can replicate our success or do better from the month of July, then we could be looking at a wild card spot. And so we have to decide. We face Houston, Texas, and the Angels. Obviously, both teams are ahead of us in the division. We have no shot really of taking really the Astros. Maybe, very unlikely that we're going to finish first in the division. So let's look at the standings for the American League wild card. I was wrong. We're only 2.5 games back behind the Blue Jays and the Mariners. So, I mean, this is such a tough division. Like, I know I talked about it a little bit last episode, but this is an exceptionally competitive division. It's just going to be so hard to have success, but that's what makes, this franchise so exciting, I think. But I mean, I think we got to go against, our next competitor, which is the Rangers. I think, right? We saw them in there. They'd have to be, right? Yeah, Rangers. So basically, the 3 guys above us, right? We don't play the Mariners. Yeah, we don't play the Mariners. So our next attack is going to have to be the Angels. No, sorry, the Rangers. The Rangers. They're a little bit weaker, and so I want to make sure that I step in and hopefully help lead the team to a win. And so then in our out of division, I'm probably going to look for a more competitive game that maybe I can have more of an influence on. And obviously that has to be against the Dodgers. Would love to just, play a game of each of the Houston and Texas and Angels, maybe steal 3 games from them. But that's not what we're here for. We are here to see how, and we sweep Houston. We sweep Houston 4-3, 8-5, and then 10-2. 10-2. I gotta look at the box score here. 2-2. Wow. 19 hits and 10 runs. Tyler Soderstrom, Dylan Carlson, Matt Chapman, 2 doubles, and Trent Grisham double. Home runs from Soderstrom, Brown, and Grisham. Okay. And then pitching, Eric Lauer went 6 innings with only 1 earned run, and Jorge Lopez came in and pitched 3 more innings with only 1 earned run. So, phenomenal stuff. We love to see that. So, that gives me a lot of hope. But I'm really excited about this next game. We're going to see what Walker Buehler is all about. We traded for him from the Dodgers, so he is facing off against his former team. Revenge game. Our bats have been good. I think we're stronger against, for the most part, against right-handed pitchers. And why is Dylan Carlson? Oh, just because he gets on base, right? Yeah, because he gets on base. Not great against righties, but he gets on base. So that's like a simulation thing. Okay. Obviously, the Dodgers are a much more competitive team than we are, and we're facing off against Dustin May, who is a phenomenal pitcher for the Dodgers. But we are here at home. Speaking of home, in season 1 of the offseason, we talked about the Oakland A's building a new stadium in Oakland. Now that Jeff Fisher has sold the team, ownership is looking to build something new. So there may be a surprise coming in season 2 offseason. So something to look forward to. Now, Walker Buehler, fastball cutter, slider, knuckle curve and change. So we got some, but I like the heat facing a talented lineup. What do we got here for stats? Great break, good velocity, more of a pitch to contact guy with that low K per 9, but pretty well rounded overall. I think a cutter in on the hands against lefties could be good.
One ball, one strike.
Then maybe follow that up with a slider. It's going to look like, it should look like it's coming in at the same spot.
One ball.
But then it dies, sucker. And then a circle change away. Well located. Should put Freddie Freeman back in the dugout. Hee hee.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 33.
Feeling good.
James Outman.
And obviously, a great start for Walker Buehler. A 4-pitch strikeout. Looks like the ump is okay with calling some ball strikes on the inside of the plate, so we got to remember that.
Nope, outside.
We get a check swing there. Try coming back in with the slider, and that's going to be a ground ball to Geloff.
He's out.
Easy throw to first. And the dominant Shohei Ohtani, have to be careful not to give him anything too crazy to hit. But this cutter-slider combo, I think, is going to work really well. Check swing, and they call it. And now does he also bite on the circle change down and away?
Ball one.
Good eye there. Let's raise the eye level, give him some heat away. That one definitely misses the spot. Swing and a miss very early on the fastball. So he's looking for the fastball. We're going to go a little bit softer, and he takes a wild hack. Maraschino's under it. And we take care of the top of the order very quickly. Great start. Now we just have to get a Dustin May, which is easier said than done. Absolute flamethrower.
Counts 1-0.
And I mean, the fastball sinker combo is absolutely vicious. So we just have to, look for those heaters up in the zone and then try our best to lay off the sinkers because they sink a lot. Probably not the pitch to swing out right there. But even still, a slurve at 85. Yeah, that even could have been a ball 4. Just discussing stuff from Dustin May. We're going to have to be really patient. Run up the pitch count. We're going to probably have to take some strikes. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. He's also just not pitching up with that fastball, which I find a little bit surprising. We do catch the slurve, but snagged by the first baseman. Oh, my God. That was the pitch we needed. Very early on the circle change, left up in the zone. And then we whiff on the slurve. And then the sinker just absolutely dotted. Man, what a phenomenal pitcher. You got to give credit where credit is due, and Dustin May deserves credit. That was a very well pitched inning. Really had us in the blender there. Really had us in the blender. I mean, if you're going to swing at that, I got to throw it again, right? And then we dot him up. Walker Buehler out here saying, hey, Dustin May who?
Nope. That's inside.
Dustin May who? A little nervous throwing this cutter so high up when it's only at, 90 miles an hour. Oh, it's at 93? It's not bad. Oh, I was looking at the slider. Never mind. This slider seems to be the put-away pitch, though. Gotten some ugly swings with it. And, the cutter-slider combo, if you're looking where this ball is tunneling, you're seeing that cutter, then it comes in on the hands. Slider's going to start the same, but then it just dies. Chappie's got some legs. Can he get it to the massive outfield? And we haven't thrown a curve yet, so let's see what this can do.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Way down in the zone. And I think he's expecting the slider, so we hit him with the cutter. Fouls that one off as well. And now maybe the circle change.
Ball, down.
Not exceptionally well located. And he goes down looking with a fastball up on the black. All right. Let's see if we can put on our big girl panties and hit Dustin May.
That's out.
Absolutely dominated us in the first inning.
That's a ball.
But we're going to have to take some strikes, right? We're going to have to work these counts to full.
2 balls.
We're going to have to run up his pitch count, even if we're taking some decent pitches. And that is a that was a cutter. Absolutely ripped by Ryan Noda. Good timing, but not good enough, as it goes straight out into right field. Chapman, definitely one of those players I think that got snubbed for an all-star. I think he should have been in there in the conversation. We gotta remember, we're looking for fastballs up. That's what we're trying to hit. And he is just pounding sinkers. But we get a good one to swing at, and it is snagged by Mookie Betts at short.
Batting 6. The designated
Slurve left up.
Edward Olivares.
Oh, a pretty decent sinker there up in the zone to swing at. We had some pretty well hit balls, but unfortunately just hit right to defenders. But that's a good sign, right? If we're making strong contact,
The right fielder, Jason Hayward.
that means we can get at him. Wow.
1.
Oh, buddy. This slider from Walker Buehler is just nasty. We are making people look ridiculous with it. But it's only as effective as the rest of your pitch mix. Can't throw one pitch all the time. Dylan Carlson's under this one. Out number 1 in the third.
Batting 8. The left fielder, number 8, Kike Hernandez.
But so far, keeping this Dodgers team in check. Oh, man. And then Chappie with it. That's not a... What is going on? First, Chapman misses.
Batting 9.
Then he has an errant throw. That's not a Matt Chapman type of play. That is not a Matt Chapman type of play. But when you're playing a good team like the Dodgers, stuff like that's going to kill you. Soderstrom with the throw and the tag, and we got him. So we do make up for it. Nice. And I think we come at him inside with the fastball.
That's ball two.
I mean, that's a well-located pitch. Slider's been working all day. Let's see if it continues to work here. And we get the swing and the miss.
The Athletics. The shortstop, Roddy.
All right. So far, we have yet to have a base runner on. Oh, my God. Some of these pitches, man, we're getting on them. These slurves, some of these circle changes are left way up in the zone, and we're hitting them well. We just got to straighten them out. It's a well-hit ball. Opposite field hit, but again, right to an outfielder. Seth Brown up. He's got some power versus righties. See what he can do.
1-0.
Well hit ball, but the shift in play. And he pulls that one. Sinker gets us to hit into a ground ball. And the slurve doesn't fall as much as we thought. Thought we had one that hung up, and it did, but almost too high. And that's a pretty quick inning for our Oakland Athletics. Take a look around the stadium. Oh, look at that massive pile of concrete that they call a stadium. Possums running amok. You gotta love it.
The first baseman, number 5.
Just feels like baseball. Dodgers back at the top of the order.
Ball. That's inside.
Walker Buehler, again, has pitched very well so far. And the slider to finish him off. Okay. Okay. We just get the most disgusting swing and misses on this slider. I don't know what the ratings are for this pitch. Like what his break and control and everything are, but it's got to be like 99 break, right? For guys to just flail at it like that.
Ball two.
And now I think he thinks he's getting a slider, so we're going to go cutter inside. And with the slider working as well as it has, I don't know how you do anything else. We don't get the bite on that one, though.
Now batting.
And now Shohei up.
Shohei Ohtani.
Pretty good speed at first. We do get a swing and a miss, and then the throw at second, but not in time. Fairly close play. Good throw by Soderstrom behind the plate.
Ball. Nope.
Okay, you got it. That's tough. Pretty well located pitches. Just not getting the calls. Oh wow, he snagged that in the air. I thought that was a bounce, like I thought that bounced off the infield.
Will Smith.
Okay. Should be an easy throw out to first. It is. Throws in time. And we get through it. We do allow a base runner there. On a walk, but that was a tough take. I wanted to swing really bad at that one.
1-1.
Like I said, we're going to have to take some strikes, I think, in order to get a pitch count up. Oh, and another hanging off-speed pitch that we are early on.
2 balls.
You got to put your elbow out there, brother. You got to take one for the team. That was pretty far inside. Sinker not gloved cleanly. Soderstrom does have some speed, but the throw is made in time.
The left fielder, Dylan.
Let's see what Dylan Carlson could do.
Count 1-0.
Not a great contact guy. More of a
That's a ball.
being patient, get on base kind of guy against righties. But that one is extremely well hit. Going back, and missed. Dylan Carlson should be rounding first, heading for second. He does. He is headed for third. The cutoff throw is made. Throw to third is not in time, and we have a triple with 1 out in the 4th. And a chance to take the lead with Zach Geloff, our young stud. What's he going to get?
Nope, that's a ball.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do pitch around him. But we got to be looking for at least a sacrifice fly here.
Ball.
Slurve is well below the zone. Good eye from Geloff. Another slurve left up, but early. And pulled down the third baseline and foul. Oh, please don't catch that. Oh, thank God. Real ugly swing there by Geloff. You got to be a lot more disciplined than that. Obviously eager to drive in a run. Get a little dribbler. The throw's going to go to first, and that is good enough. That is good enough. Oakland scores a run.
The first baseman, Ryan Noda.
And we'll take it. Ryan Noda got a hold of one in his last at-bat, but fly out. And again, Dustin May is not afraid to challenge us, apparently. But we make him pay, finally, with a hit and an RBI.
Leading off for the Dodgers,
Now we just need Walker Buehler
Taylor.
to continue his strong performance here.
Ball.
Okay, not a ball. Not a ball at all, Mr. Umpire. But I appreciate your opinion. I would have to respectfully disagree. Come on, Noda. There we go. At first, I wasn't sure that Noda was going to
Willie
react in time for that.
Castro.
Ball.
Haven't thrown the knuckle curve much,
Count 1-0.
but want to keep him honest.
Inside.
Okay, starting to lose control maybe a little bit. But we do get the fly out on the third pitch.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
And we have 2 quick outs.
Aye. 0-1's the count. Aye.
I mean, 2 excellent pitches,
1 ball.
but we don't bite on the circle change. So you know we're hitting him with the slider. And he fans. That pitch is disgusting. I'm not sure what Buehler's stamina rating is, but if it is high, he could go to the distance here. As Chapman rips one out on the first pitch to left center field. Should be an easy double. And it is a stand-up double for Matt Chapman. And that is our second hit. Finally timing up a sinker. I'll say these pitches have not necessarily been well located. We just have not been able to time up some of them. And the ones we have timed up Most of them hit directly to defenders. I think that gives us a lot of confidence to take some hacks here. And that's another well-hit ball in the left field. Center fielder's not going to be able to make the play. And that should score Chapman. It does. That's an RBI single for Edward Olivares. A's up 2-0. Looking very strong after sweeping Houston in the previous series. In a 2-game stretch here against the Dodgers. One of the best teams in baseball. We get a exceptionally generous call there from the umpire. I don't know if we have... I mean, that's like Angel Hernandez, but maybe even not quite as bad. But a sinker low in on the hands, not much you can do with that. I'm okay with that take from Maraschino. Another sinker in on the hands. I mean, that's a great pitch. And now we are forced to protect if we get another one. Check swing. And they're going to call that. And it is not even close. We do not have a good umpire crew here today. Not doing a great job calling balls and strikes. And that one clearly not a swing. Clearly not a swing. But here we are. In the month of August, trying to make a playoff push. Try and sneak into the wild card spot.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Top of the episode, we went over our trades, our draft. I think we put ourselves in position to be competitive down the stretch.
3 balls, 1 strike.
We should get a challenge pitch here, but if it's not where we want it, we can still take it. That sinker. Payoff pitch coming up. Fastball in on the hands, on the black. You pretty much have to protect there, but can I get to it, pop it up? That's good pitching. That is good pitching. Oh. Slurve looked like it was going to hang up in the zone, but we roll over the top of it. And that is an out. But we do strike again. We now are up 2-0. I just want to look real quick. His stamina is 82. So I would expect him to be able to go probably to the 8th inning as long as we continue to pitch efficiently. Only 63 pitches through 6 innings. If you follow baseball in general, you probably would have seen an excellent performance from Paul Skeens. Young rookie making his major league debut this season. He went 6 innings with like 10 strikeouts.
The second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
No earned runs, the only pitcher to go through 2 starts. His first 2 starts without a earned run.
0-1.
But in today's game, you kind of have to wonder how long until he has Tommy John surgery.
No balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, he was throwing 100 plus consistently. Come on, Chappie, redeem yourself for that poor throw earlier. A little high, but we'll take it. And here we are at pitch number 69 of the game. Nice. And let's see what the result is. Umpire's being pretty generous with these calls, so we're just going to keep going to the same spot. And then, of course, the slider. That one does not get the disgusting swing and misses we've seen so far, but not afraid to throw it again. And he bloops one out there. Freddie Freeman with a little bloop over second baseman's head, lands kind of in no man's land. You know, not a well hit ball, but
Ball. Ball one, no strike.
that's baseball, and that'll happen. Sometimes the best hit balls are just outs. But the Dodgers now with a little bit of speed on base. Walker Buehler's getting a little fatigued.
Ball.
Grisham should be able to snag this one, and he does. That's out number 3. No runs earned through 6 for Walker Buehler. Stamina is getting a little low. So we're going to look to the bullpen. Thought we had more lefties, but I guess we had to get rid of them because they weren't pitching well. And that's okay. We still have Andrew Chafin. Just have to make sure to not over-abuse him. And then I think Streckenrider's been really good. He was great last year, so let's warm him up. Streckenrider and Chafin warming up. Probably won't go in the 7th, but we'll see. Soderstrom hits a great ball out to left field, but not quite
The left fielder, number
down the
3.
gap enough. Great range from the Dodgers outfielders this game. And that one is blasted. That one is in the gap, and that one is rolling to the wall. Dylan Carlson rounding second, heading for third. A very aggressive play, and he is thrown out. Dylan Carlson, very aggressive on the base pass, looking for his second triple of the game. This one, however, is fielded much quicker than the first. And he is thrown out at third. Unfortunate.
2-0.
Zach Geloff, I think. Oh, why are you swinging at that, bro? That's not your pitch. I was about to say, our stellar all-star, back-to-back all-star years for Geloff. But he swings at the fastball high and inside. Flies out. Not what we needed there. All right, Walker Buehler at 78 pitches now. And you see him starting to miss a little bit. Oh, Ohtani going for 3. The throw is made, and he is out. He was headed for home. And we get an absolute gift from Ohtani there with, I don't even know, indescribable decision-making on that one. He literally, as he's getting tagged, does not slide and tries to round for home. Shohei Ohtani trying to pull an Ellie De La Cruz and hit an inside-the-park home run. Brother, you do not run like that. You are not him. Of course, Ohtani, the best player in baseball, but he is not Ellie De La Cruz in terms of base running. I don't think you're going to find many people disagreeing with that take.
Nope. Outside.
Ooh, Chris Taylor really likes those high fastballs. If we throw you a changeup down, are you going to swing at that? Yeah, you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the traditional.
And that is 7 innings for Walker Buehler. One very hard hit ball by Ohtani, but then he ruins it with poor base running, similar to us, as Trent Grisham got thrown out.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
And now we have to face Yamamoto. This is one thing I don't like about the computer. They love pulling out starters.
The Athletics.
I guess he's in their long reliever role. But you're on the bottom of the 7th. This is not where you're putting in a long reliever.
No.
But this is also how we get Walker Buehler, because he's buried around talent, young talent like Yamamoto. And Ryan Noda is going to take advantage. That ball is high. It is deep, and it is. Oh shit, not that deep. But very well hit ball into the gap. I thought it had a chance to sneak over the wall there. Spoiler alert, it didn't. But an encouraging start as Matt Chapman is now up. Ryan Noda has definitely been a surprise for the team. You know, he is only, I think, like a 72, 75 overall player. And right behind Geloff in pretty much every hitting statistic.
That's ball 3.
So playing well above his ratings. And
Ball 4. Take the base.
you love to see it, especially after we have a player like Soderstrom, who in his rookie year from B potential to A potential, an all-star in his rookie year, and then in this second year has fallen off quickly.
0-1.
His potential is dropped. He's still progressing in his overall. Uh-oh, that one not fielded cleanly,
No, you're out.
and he runs it out. Whew.
The batter, number 10.
We are hitting Yamamoto very hard.
Mauricio.
1 out, 2 on. We are in... Oh, man, the splitter gets us. We are in potential to do some damage.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Yikes. That splitter catches the zone. And now we got to protect. That one hit through the gap. Second base, that's going to score a run. And we have runners on first and second with 1 out. And Seth Brown on deck. His entire career here in Oakland, lots of home runs hit here in the Coliseum. And I know A's fans would be elated to see a 3-run shot here. Looking for something up that we can swing at and drive out of here. Let's see what we get. Ooh, high fastball, but we're under it. Fouls it off. And now at 1-2, looking to protect. Doesn't have to give us a challenge pitch. And that
Now batting.
97, low and away, absolutely froze Seth Brown. Unfortunate. Great pitch there on the black. Inside on the hands. And Yamamoto is now absolutely dealing after getting hit on early.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Is dealing. The curveball's looking pretty good. And then we're under the high fastball. Good pitching from Yamamoto. He turns it around, only gives up 1 run, gets out of trouble. And we move on to the 8th. I have to take a quick 10-second break to blow my nose.
The third baseman, Willie Castro.
Okay. Let me just quickly make sure that my mic is still catching that.
Okay.
All right. Apologize for that. Just these allergies are eating me up. Okay. Now we still have Walker Buehler in through 8. Well, not through 8 yet. Through 7 at 86 pitches. But I mean, if he is going to continue to pitch well, we're going to leave him in. He still has some stamina left, and I am not afraid to ride the hot hand. We just have to make sure that we don't lose the slider, because that has been our number one pitch. Now, of course, as a player loses energy, he does lose break on his balls.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason.
These sliders not necessarily biting in on that back foot as much as they were before. Cutter losing a little bit of velocity. But we're still getting weak contact and swing and miss.
1-1.
But at 92 pitches, if there is a base runner
1 ball, 2 strikes.
or a walk, like a hit or a walk, we're going to pull him. And there it is. Great throw by Grisham, our diamond level defensive player. All right. I think that's going to be it for Walker Buehler. Stellar performance today. Probably wins player of the game. All right. So Hernandez, Rojas, and Freeman up. Looks like going righty is going to be the play here. So Streckenrider goes in.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the A's, number 19, Drew Steckenrider.
3-pitch mix for Streckenrider. Fastball, changeup, and circle. Yeah. Fastball, changeup,
0-2.
and curveball.
That's a ball.
Going 3 straight curveballs after a swing and a miss on the first one.
Ball 2.
Doesn't bite on that. So let's go back up top with the fastball. And he is under it. That's what you're looking for. Fly out to center field. And A's pitching, after being a detriment all season,
Aye.
is
1-1.
showing us that they have turned it around this season, I think. Hopefully.
2-2 to count. Full count.
I feel like we have to do a challenge fastball here.
3.
And he takes it. Gets frozen 95, 96 up in the zone. All right. And now I think we give it to Phil Maton in the 9th. Our closing pitcher that has just eviscerated batters all season is going to come in and hopefully get the save for us. Unless we score more runs and it's not a save situation. Soderstrom with a single, I believe his first hit of the day.
Number 3.
Again, disappointing season, but still has a very high ceiling. Still has a very high ceiling.
Be safe.
It's just, he had a bad year. He had a bad year. That sophomore slump, as they call it in football. Dylan Carlson having a good day, though. 2 for 3.
No, he's in there.
We're going to just have to look at Yamamoto, try to pick off Soderstrom at first. All at bat? Hopefully not.
That's ball 2.
And we're not biting on the splitter. Or at least not those last two. Oh, that's going to be a double play.
He's out.
As Dylan Carlson swings on a cutter runs away from us. Oh, but Geloff, high and deep, off the wall in left center. But his 20th double of the season. And now Ryan Noda, who has been almost just as good. Ooh, splitter left up, but we are too early. Noda very eager to swing at that pitch, but gets a hold of that one. And that is snagged. Who is playing center field? James Outman. I mean, 80 speed, but only 62 reaction. The 80 speed is looking like 95 right about now.
Your attention, please.
All right, so after the double from Geloff,
Number 88,
we cannot drive him in, and Phil Maton,
Mason.
I mean, 33 out of 34 saves in 33 innings, .82 ERA. Just filthy. And you can see why with a dot like that.
Inside, ball one.
Similar pitch mix to Walker Buehler, actually. Uh-oh. Hard hit ball there, but it doesn't count if it's foul. Hit him with the slider, and he fans. He whiffs. The slider has just ate up the Dodgers all day, and we love to see it. One out. Cutter is his 5 pitch, so we would assume it's not as good. We have to be very careful because cutters in this game do have a tendency to get hit very hard if they're left in the zone. But these on the black, just amazing control, pinpoint accuracy from Maton. Maybe not there, though. That slider catches a lot of the plate. But he rolls over the top,
The designated hitter,
and that's 2 outs.
Shohei Ohtani.
We're going to continue to go with what's worked. Cutter and slider in on these batters. And Ohtani, a wild swing. How do you feel about swinging about something like way up here after seeing that inside? He takes it on the black. We get the call, and the Athletics win 3-0 against the Dodgers, continuing a stellar August so far. And we saw Walker Buehler at his best. We are happy that we made that trade. 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk and 4 hits, but no earned runs, and wins player of the game. We did just enough at the plate. You know, not a great offensive day. 8 hits and 3 runs, but just enough. And after, we didn't sweep Houston. We lost that first game, but we still win 3 out of 4. And we are now 3 games above 500. Let's sim to Curtis Mead is eligible to be reinstated. Oh, yeah, we put him on the 10-day. We'll keep him on the 10-day. Maybe he recovers early. Mario Orozca, a Double-A rookie, is out for a couple days. We'll keep him active. J.J. Marino, another rookie with a strained pec, out for 1 to 2 weeks. He'll go on the 10-day. Auto-fix those lineups. Put him back in. Brett Harris, also Double-A player, out 1 to 2 weeks. Put him on the 10-day. All right, and we lose Game 2 to the Dodgers, but we win the series in Toronto. We win 3 out of 4 against Detroit, and Uh-oh, as predicted, the A's are making a push for the wild card spot. We have overtaken the Mariners and the Rangers. And now, looking at the wild card, we are tied for the Angels and the Orioles for the American League wild card spot. So this Angels series coming up and this Rangers series are massive for the A's. It cannot be understated. We need to win every series thus far. Let's see how we do. We lose game 1, win game 2. So we lose the series versus Texas. Lose 2 out of 3. Win 2 out of 3 against Minnesota. But still a very strong August thus far. We now have Detroit, and then our series versus the Angels. We're now 5.5 games back from first and 3.5 games back from the Angels. We really need a sweep here of Detroit. We lose game 1. We lose game 2. And we get swept by Detroit. Ooh, that is not good. Every one of these games matters down the stretch. As we go to the standings again. And now we are 1.5 games out of the wild card spot. So, but I mean, the team is competing, right? Outside of the Tigers, who, you know, when we look at team rankings, 23rd, we're 24th. The teams above us have a ton of talent. And we are competing. Hitting the ball pretty well. ERA is still a lot higher than these other teams, so it looks like our bats are carrying us. And now we're facing the Angels, and this is crucial. This is crucial. Let's see. So we have Tyler Wells, Eric Lauer, and Walker Buehler. I would like to pitch with Walker Buehler again, but I don't want to be repetitive. And so, you know, we've already seen Eric Lauer, so I think we see Tyler Wells. You know, one of 2 starting pitchers that we traded for that have been effective, have been very effective. And those trades proving to be good ones. We are back at home. I feel like we play a lot of games at home, which is fine. It's just seems to always happen. Geloff is on fire. Only improving from earlier this season. Now batting over 300 with a 552 slug and an OPS over 900. A 4.5 WAR. Really earning his 9-year contract that we gave him last year. Holy cow. Who would replace him? So it would probably be... Who am I missing here? Oh, Maraschino, right? He plays third and short. Do we not have a backup second baseman? That's crazy. Huh. Does Noda play second? No. Okay, well. Ryan Noda's just going to have to play tired. Or Geloff's just going to have to play a little tired. We're not risking it. We are not risking it. Wow, the top of our lineup is looking really good. 257, 267, 263, 287, and 302. Very solid performances. Oh yeah, Seth can play first. Huh. Okay. And now we're battling. The start of a 3-game stretch versus the Angels. huge playoff implications here. We're going to see what we can do.
Leading up tonight for the Angels.
Give me 1 second here. Just sending a quick text. Okay. Appreciate your patience there. Text sent. Phone plugged in. And now we see what Tyler Wells can do. So fastball, slider, slurve, circle change, and cutter. Very similar pitch mix to all these other guys. And you already know what's coming. Fastball's away, cutter's inside. Slider coming back in.
1-0. No, that missed. That's a ball.
0-2, not locating well to start.
That's up. That's a ball.
More of a power slider here, throwing at 90.
Hut.
That one located much better than the other pitches. Geloff dives from very far away. Can't make the play on that one. All right.
Taylor Ward.
Maybe we have to rely on this fastball instead of the cutter.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Ooh, close pitch there.
1-2.
Can we dot up a fastball high and away? Well, we don't have to because we get a swing and a miss. And now we face Trouty Boy. The best player who's never played a full season. I'm being facetious, of course. Mike Trout is a great player. But
1-2 to count.
it is very difficult for him to stay healthy. And he gets sent down on the high fastball. That's what it's going to be. I think this fastball is the pitch. It's getting up there around 95, 96, so we can pitch it up. Hard slider down. Maraschino has to run, but only 21 speed. Cannot leg it out. Faster player maybe would have been safe there.
The Athletics. The right fielder. Connor.
And now we're facing Tyler Anderson on the mound, a left-hander. With a fastball, changeup, cutter, sinker. Not a ton of velocity, so looking to do some damage, but has a weird hitch in his delivery.
1-2.
So that might, I don't know, that might give us some issues. Oh, man. Late on only 91. I mean, that's a pitch to hit if I've ever seen it.
Ball. That's high.
Connor capable of fighting. Not the best batter, but, you know, hitting pretty well this season. And that fastball way up in the zone, and we take the bait. I think we're maybe getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. We see maybe a pitcher that,
Ball.
you know, not Dustin May caliber. I'll say that. And just getting a little ahead of ourselves, thinking we can just swing at anything and get it, get hits. We need to still be disciplined. And there we go. push that one out to the gap between first and second.
The third baseman, Matt Chapman.
And Chapman, who has crushed lefties all year.
Ball, that's down.
Having a resurgent season here as he's back in Oakland. But 30 years old, you know, having a comeback in his twilight of his career. Not quite twilight. 30's not too old for a baseball player. But his power is outstanding. All right. This is the only time I wish I had MLB The Show 24 is so I don't have to watch 3 pickoff attempts in a row. Great pitch there. Well located in on the hands. And we roll over the top of that one, having to protect. They do get the out at second. We probably could have held off of that one. And Ryan Noda hits the ball hard out in the center field. Man. Going out with a whimper there. All right. Looks like Tyler Wells, I think we figured out his pitches pretty well. He throws a good fastball. And a hard slider.
0-2.
So, you know, just did not locate well with the slider, with the cutter in his first inning. So, you know, we've been relying a little bit on the fastball. But you can't just pump fastballs in the MLB and expect to be successful for the most part. At least not unless you're throwing, you know, disgusting heat.
That missed. That's a ball. That's a ball.
Okay. As we throw 3 straight fastballs.
Yeehaw.
But we got to get something in the zone. Going off speed with the slider here.
That's a ball.
Definitely not the slider of Walker Buehler, I'll say that. God, he just got so many ugly swings on that. How about we hit him with the slurve? What that slurve do, though? Woo! That gets the ugly swing. Maybe the slurve is better than the slider. We got to make sure that we're not being super predictable. Oh, that slurve left right down the middle of the plate. Thankfully, he misses. That one misses as well. It misses the spot. And we go back to the fastball. Not there. Pops up the slider. And Connor Capel's under that one. Not a very exciting first 2 innings. 1 hit for both teams. Geloff, Brown, and Grisham up. Not sure why Brown is in against the lefty. But maybe look at that after the game. And, you know, not a ton of velocity, but for the most part, Tyler Anderson is locating well. We're not hitting his pitches very hard. We're either over or under, and he's pitching on the black, so, you know, I'll give him that for sure. Great pitch to hit there. Seth Brown puts a good swing on it, but he just doesn't have the power versus lefties. And I just want to see real quick, who do we have? Oh, yeah, Dylan Carlson should be in versus lefties. That must be a mistake by our manager there. This GM will have to have a talk with him. What are you doing?
Ball. 1-0. Ball.
All right, after pitching well, the first two batters facing two balls here, well-located cutter. And we roll over a fastball. Just can't get under it enough, even though it's right down the middle of the plate. And Kyron Paris. Who is Kyron Paris? Looks like to be a rookie shortstop. Oh, they tried to trade him to us. So, interesting. He's starting today at 53 at-bats. It looks like he's had one hit maybe at 53 at-bats, so we're going to challenge him.
Hee-haw. Hee-haw.
We're going to see what that slurve do. Foul tip, but catcher catches it, and that's an easy out. 3 pitches.
That's a ball.
Now, the Angels are a team similar to us, where according to ratings, we don't have the most talent, but we have the right players in the right positions that are playing at or above their expected level. And when you have a team outperforming itself, you're going to have good results, obviously, even if you don't have a ton of talent. I think that was the real-life A's so far this season, although recently have really died off. I think they lost 6 in a row. Need to get back on track. He's left. All right, Tyler Anderson has left some up like that one. And we've got to do damage with pitches like that. Circle change, middle, and we roll over the top, and we're early. Swinging at pitches that are in on our hands and not over the heart of the plate. The A's are just not being disciplined after having a solid outing versus one of the best pitchers in baseball. Here we are just not getting our bats going. Putting a lot of pressure on Tyler Wells, who, to his credit, has performed well. He's been up to the task.
That's a ball.
Has yet to give up a run. And I think he has now, as this one is going to be off the foul pole. And that is a solo shot from Taylor Ward. Just, I don't know, muscles that one out. Not what you want to see. And definitely don't want to see Mike Trout next
0-1.
when you're on the bump after giving up a home run. Because we know he can take us deep at any point.
2.
Very well located pitch there. And now we go to the slurve. Trout just gets a piece. See if the circle change gets anything.
That's a ball.
Lays off.
2-2.
And he sends it right back up the middle. That's one on. Tyler Wells getting hit a little bit this inning. Already given up a solo shot and then follows that up with a single. I mean, in all actuality, not pitching poorly. Like that home run ball was a great pitch. That was just, I think, a better swing than anything. We do strike out the batter after Trout though, and now we're going after Willie Calhoun.
No, that's it. No, that's out.
Maybe we try the cutter. Haven't pitched that in a while. And that does get the fly out. This should be an infield fly rule, I think. Okay. And now, oh, Trouty boy runs. Soderstrom with the throw, and he is safe. Very close play at second. Oh, that's not good. Grisham at the wall. Leaps and cannot make the grab. And Jake Bowers takes Wells deep. A cutter that did not cut. Fell right in the middle of the zone, and like I said, you have to be careful with the cutter. Because those tend to get hit very hard. And it's now given up 3 runs in this 4th inning. Also not getting a call from the umpire there.
No, ball. Hey, ha.
And definitely a disappointing inning here. Chapman on the hot corner makes the snag. All right, and now the pressure is on our bats. We have to answer. We certainly have the ability to. Our offense has actually been what has kind of propelled us to the success we've had this season. That's a well-hit ball from Oliveras, but fly out to center field. It's what we saw with Dustin May, though. I know I keep going back to it, but we hit him hard, and then eventually we got enough. Looking to do that here. Another hard hit ball, but warning track power. Under that one a little bit. Now we're looking for Ryan Noda to get a 2-out rally started. And that might do it. That is high and that is deep. That is missed by the center fielder. Trouty boy dives and misses. But good arm brings it back to the cutoff man in time. And Ryan Noda gets a stand-up double. 101 off the bat. Blast a circle change. And Geloff looking to do the same thing. But fouls that one off. And flies out to center field on a fastball. We have got to be able to change our eye level.
Leading off for the Angels, the shortstop.
Just watching that back on replay. Got to put our bat on the ball. Tyler Wells is back on the mound, although if he keeps throwing pitches down the middle, we're going to have to pull him.
That's the ball. 2-2.
Just surpassing 69 pitches. Nice.
Got a full count.
I think we have to challenge him. And we get the swing and a miss on the low outside fastball.
Aaron Hicks.
Making a bit of a recovery after a very rough 4th inning. Getting through the first two batters relatively quickly. We turn over the lineup.
Ha! 0-1. Nope. Ball.
Would love to get through the sixth if we can.
1-2.
I don't know how realistic that is given his fatigue. If we can't get Nolan Chanel out,
Ball.
then he will not be coming back out for the sixth for sure.
Ball.
Can the slider put him away? Ugly swing, but just fouls it off. Hit him with a fastball.
Oh, that missed. That's a ball.
Pretty well located.
Full count.
Pretty well located, but doesn't get the call. And we go back to a similar spot. Brown should snag this one. He does. And I think that's it. Tyler Wells, all in all, really not a bad day. The first home run was a great pitch, just a really good hit.
Leading off for the A.
And I think, we're going to substitute Dylan Carlson in for Seth Brown. Much better against lefties. As you see there, hits the ball well, but Trout with great range snags that one in the gap.
Ball.
And the Angels defense is doing work.
Heck.
Tyler Anderson, though, pitching pretty well. I mean, not a bad swing all in all, but probably not the best pitch to swing at. And Soderstrom lines out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A defensive change for the Athletics.
We never changed
Now
out
playing left field,
Tyler Wood, did we? Nope.
No
Dylan
ball. 1 strike.
Carlson.
We're going to see if we can get through Taylor Ward then. But with Trout coming up, we are going to make a switch for sure. All right. Looks like we stick with a righty. It's going to be Justin Topa, one of our
Please. Now pitching for the A.
trade pieces,
Number 50.
trade deadline.
Topa.
Heck.
Sinker, changeup, slider. So definitely a pitch to contact kind of guy. Hey, Noda, imagine if you're on first base. We might have had a play there, buddy.
Catcher. Mike Zunino.
I mean, with this pitch mix, we're looking for a double play here for sure.
0-2.
Obviously would take a strikeout. And we get it. Now double play doesn't matter.
Ball. Low.
But he is dealing so far. And gets out of the inning pretty quickly. All right. Oakland. Let's hit the ball. Let's put the bat on the ball. Let's not swing at crappy pitches. Gotta have a meeting or something. That one is pushed out and falls just fair. Not a great swing, but just as a hard hit foul ball is still a foul ball, a weakly hit ball in play is still a ball in play. And now we are looking for Connor Capel to continue it. This could be the inning. And our batters are not putting the bat on the ball.
Up next for Oakland,
We are just not squaring stuff off, squaring stuff up. Yes, let's keep the inning alive, like our fan yells in the background. Good cutter there. Olivares has some speed, so it's possible something in the gap could score him. Seems like they're really worried about him stealing. Excellently located pitch on the black, low in the zone. Gets the call. Just missing up in the zone. Good take from Olivares. That one low inside, and we have a full count. Need to be really smart here. Hard hit ball straight into the ground, and that's a double play and it ends the inning. The A's cannot get anything going today. Just driving everything right into the ground or right to outfielders. We've hit a lot of balls really hard into the outfield, but Trout with excellent range is just snagging everything. So it's kind of one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations.
No, that missed.
But if we want to, Dylan Carlson's not going to get there. And Jake Bauers with a double to lead off the inning. That, of course, takes the double play out. Bauers does not tag up. And we'll take it. Really need a strikeout here.
Ball, outside.
Really relying on that sinker. Going to a changeup. And then the slider.
Low, ball.
Gotta think this is a put-away pitch when you're seeing a ton of sinkers. And we just can't get a swing and a miss. Do we try a sinker up in the zone? I know that's not where you put sinkers, but it works. It works.
The right fielder, number 34.
And now we're in position to limit damage, as a ground ball or a fly ball does not advance the runner. Let's see if we can bury a circle change here. We don't bury it, but he rolls over the top and we get through the seventh. All right, Matt Chapman, the lefty crusher. Let's get the A's back on track.
Nope, that's outside. Ball. Hook.
Good sinker there. Tons of bite. And there it is. Falls right in front of Trout. 102 off the bat. But a single. That's what we needed, though. Notice hit some good balls.
Ball.
Get a nice call there on the black. Come on, Ryan Noda.
Ball.
Takes 2 balls to start. I'd happily take a walk. But that ball is ripped. Absolutely pissed on. Chapman should score. Noda with a double. And the A's strike finally in the bottom of the 7th. 21 double of the season and just an absolute piss missile of a shot. Geloff hits a little blooper. Trout can't get to it. Is Noda going to come home? He does, and that is an RBI single for Geloff. And now the A's, after struggling to get anything going all game, suddenly score 2 runs on 4 straight batters.
65, Jose Quijada.
Quijada, fastball, changeup, slider. Only a 3-pitch mix, but a lot of variety in terms of speed.
That's the ball.
Up to 97 on the fastball and all the way down to 79 on the slider.
No.
That's quite a speed differential. But fans are excited. You can hear him get going.
Ball.
And we are looking for a fastball up. We get a circle change, and we bloop it out into center field. That is good enough. Now we just need to be sure that we're not getting a double play. We need to just keep it going, one bat at a time.
That's the ball.
We definitely have the bats to do it. Ooh, 96 up in the zone. We are very late and under that.
Ball.
But pretty exciting stuff in the 7th. Ooh. Not a hard hit ball. Geloff is actually going to run on that. And Trout, I don't think was expecting it. Doesn't make the throw in a timely manner. And that does advance the runner. Could get a sacrifice fly here. Just anything but the double play. Fastball to hit down the middle. We're a little late on it. Tough when you're seeing 80, 80, 80 on these off-speed pitches and then all of a sudden 97.
That missed. That's the ball.
But staying pretty disciplined.
That's the ball.
Unlike Tyler Anderson, these balls are well enough outside the zone. They're pretty easy takes.
That's the ball.
A lot of those Tyler Anderson pitches were on the black. Should get a challenge pitch here. The slider that just catches the zone. Great pitch. And we have the payoff pitch coming up for Tyler Soderstrom. And he takes a high fastball. And the bases are loaded for Ronnie Maraschino. Maraschino?
That's low. That's the ball.
Tough spot for Jose Quijada here. Quijada? That's a hard hit ball, and that is going to be a double play. I like that swing all day. That was a ball right down the middle. It was hard hit, just on the line right to the second baseman. MLB The Show said, no more runs. But we know that we can get to them. We know that we can get to them. We've done what we needed to do. And now we just need our pitching
Ball. That's outside.
to do its part. We are going to look at the bullpen as he is getting tired. I think now that this is a more competitive game, we're going to sit Pruitt. We're going to warm up Trevor Gott, and we're going to warm up Andrew Chafin. So we have a lefty and a righty. Ooh, that slider does not slide. We're going to try it again. That one, much better bite. And we get a strikeout. Taylor Ward up. Has done a little bit of damage. 1 for 3 on the day. Check swing that doesn't get the call.
1-0. Ball.
And we are missing all around the zone. Have to challenge him here. This could be ill-advised, but we're going to throw a changeup in the zone. And we get the call. We're going to do it again. I don't think he's going to expect that. And Topa snags it on the bounce. Throw to first. And he's looking to make it through the 8th. Now that we have Trout up, we have to be very careful. We're okay with a walk in this situation for sure. Anything but a home run. We need to keep this game competitive. It's not the worst result. Certainly when you're looking at Mike Trout, a single is not the worst. And I think it's time to go to the bullpen. Got to go to Trevor Gott here. Facing Zunino with only 30 contact versus righties.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching
And we're just going to challenge him.
number 30, Trevor
0-1.
Gott.
Throws up to 97 with the fastball. That one very hard hit. And you know, he's putting some good swings on it. And he's fouling them off.
2-2.
Just need to locate well, and I think it's a strikeout. But we just cannot get to him. Cutter down and away. And that actually gets through. Trout's going to advance to third. Does not try for home. And that is the best at bat Mike Zunino may have ever hit. 23 vision and 30 contact. Willie Calhoun does hit righties, however. We're going to try and get him out with a cutter in on the hands. You cannot leave a cutter down the middle of the plate. You will get destroyed. Thankfully, he grounds to Geloff, who makes the throw. Dangerous inning there. And now,
Your attention please.
we go to the top of the order
Number 60.
and the bottom of the 8th.
One.
And Phil Maton is going to try and come in at the start of next inning and shut down the Angels. If we cannot lead here, we need to be obviously looking to shut down the Angels and have a chance at a walk-off. Holy disgusting slider there.
0-1.
Just so slow.
1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, we know what it looks like. Now we just need to know that we're looking for fastballs. Take a slider in the zone, that's fine. We need to hit fastballs. Like that one. But we are late at only 94. That's just such a crazy speed differential. So we fight off another fastball high in the zone. And he's actually going to get there. Disastrous, the 8th inning so far. As Chapman up, clearly not as dominant versus righties. Hits the ball hard, but right to the second baseman, and that is the end of the 8th.
Your attention, please.
This series is so important.
Number 88.
It cannot be understated how much we need to win these games. Any interdivision game
1-1.
has to be a win, or at least a series win. And Phil Maton even is now missing. Although we do get the swing and a miss there. Going with a slurve. And that gets us a fly out to right field.
Nope. Ball. 1-0. Back one.
Okay. Not sure the umpire knows what's going on here, but if he's going to call the inside fastball, we're going to throw it. That one very much leaks out on the inside of the plate. And he rolls over on the sinker. Geloff with enough range to get there. Throws to first. 2 outs. And Kyron Paris, who apparently has only hit 1 ball in 60 at-bats, looks to take Phil Maton deep. The best closer of the season on any team so far. And I think we got to go way outside with this slider. Give him nothing to hit. And he whiffs. And now we're looking for a walk-off. And the Athletics. The Angels bring in Josh Hader. After we just went through our best lefty hitter in Matt Chapman. And I'm not going to lie, I thought we crushed that, but we are very late on 100. Holy moly. Well hit ball from Ryan Noda there. But it's not good enough. That slide, like when I swing at that slider, it's here, but it ends up down here. Like that is nutty. Come on, Geloff. Hard hit ball. Thankfully goes fair. Otherwise, that one is easily thrown out at first. And we're fighting down 0-2 versus a talented closer in Josh Hader. Luckily, we send that one right back up the middle. We have a man. We have the tying run on first, and he has some speed. It's not like we have to hit a home run. We just have to get the runner advanced. Not a bad hit right there, but just does not land in front of the left fielder. Now our hopes lie with Trent Grisham. Has some pop versus lefty, 69 power, very nice. Ooh, fans on the slider. Lefty crime right there. Thankfully, we get the ball on that 50-50 on the black call. Fastball challenge pitch, I think, right here. No, goes back to the slider. Absolutely eating up Trent Grisham. This is it. 2-2. And he fans on the slider again. Oh my God. Put down on an ugly swing. What were you doing, Trent Grisham? So tough to face Josh Hader in that spot. And we cannot
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious
handle this lefty slider. And we lose the first game to the Angels in our series. Now have lost 4 in a row, and we are reeling. We do, however, win the next 2. So we're back on track. We're still 3 games above 500. 4th in the division. And a game and a half out of the wild card race. We said in year 2, year 3, we were going to be competing for at least a wild card, and here we are doing that. Let's go ahead and simulate the end of the month. We win our first 2 against Miami, but the rest of our division is keeping pace. This is such a competitive division. You have to respect it. But there we go. There we go. We are tied. 4-way tie for the wild card spot. Orioles, Angels, and Rangers. We are now at September call-ups, and we face Houston, LA, and Texas, and Seattle. Yeah. All division games in this final month. We have September call-ups, and we have the potential to make the playoffs for the first time since 2020. This is very exciting stuff. We have September call-ups to look forward to. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at how our current lineup is doing. Soderstrom has kind of fallen off, so we also need to get Dylan Carlson back. So he needs to be batting against lefties instead of Seth Brown. And then Tyler Soderstrom not getting on base, not hitting nearly as well. Wow, really struggling against lefties. So we're going to have to move him for who? I think Ronnie Mauricio. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I really am sorry. Mauricio, that makes more sense. But, he's getting on base at 323. Dylan Carlson, though, hitting better. Do we sub out Connor Capel? Connor Capel is excellent on defense. Pretty similar numbers. Do we switch out for Seth Brown? I don't know, because he is pretty similar numbers as well. Has 19 home runs. It's nice to have some sort of power down in the bottom of the lineup, too. Pretty evenly distributed power across the board. I mean, he's definitely in versus lefties. In fact, I think he needs to probably take Capel's spot here. So put him in there. Olivares and then Chapman, Noda, Capel, Geloff. Actually, Trent Grisham has some really good power versus lefties. Let's move him up, even though he is cold right now. I think putting him in the 5 spot probably makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right, so we move our lineups around a little bit. I think we moved Soderstrom to the 9 spot. I mean, when everyone on your team is hitting, like, we have like 5 guys with like 17, 18, 19, 20 plus home runs. Gotta feel really good about that. And then pitching, Tyler Wells, although we didn't have a great start in our manual game, is still pitching very well. Pitching above his ratings, I think. Eric Lauer has definitely turned it around this after a disastrous start of the season. Now down to a 3.8 ERA and a 1.38 whip. Still not great, but way better than where he started. Walker Buehler, again, his ERA is very inflated because when he came to the team, he was at a 7 ERA, so he is actually still improving. JP Sears is still struggling, so I think we switch him and Caprillion. And then maybe September call-ups, we bring in another, another starter and maybe move Sears to long reliever role. Our bullpen is still pretty solid. Austin Pruitt is the weakest one here. But only 12 innings, so that ERA doesn't mean a whole lot. Phil Maton struggling now over a 1 ERA. Lol. But massive. I do really quickly also want to go through our AAA and AA, look to see who's performing. That might get the call up. Cooper Bowman doing well at AAA, and we need a backup second baseman. Jacob Wilson sucks, although improving a lot versus lefties. Estuary Ruiz is likely going to get the call up. Struggled mightily last year, and we finally sent him down to AAA. We just kept hoping and hoping and hoping that he was going to improve. And now with a year at AAA under his belt, he is improved a lot. And so he's probably going to get the call up. Maybe we look at JJ Bleday. Who should be batting instead of Lawrence Butler. Des Cameron having a pretty good season. Plus 11 versus lefties power. Holy cow. Having a great season. Martin Meza, our number 1 or our first round pick from last year. And that is hard to see. That is hard to look at. -7 power versus lefties. Still, solid at 66, but clearly having a tough time hitting lefties. But vision is going up a lot, so that means he's going to stay in at bats a little bit more. He's definitely improving. I was just hoping for a little bit better. Maybe we should have put him at AA to start. Down at AA, speaking of which, very unlikely we bring anyone from AA all the way up to the majors. But there's, some talent down here. Colby Thomas, on base percentage at .402. Hard to get much better than that. JJ Marino, our rookie, who basically copy and paste of Martin Meza, but with D potential instead of B potential. Also, can't hit lefties to save his life. Darrell Hernandez, who is improving drastically across the board, hitting lefties very well, having a phenomenal season. Okay. And then pitching in the minors, Mason Miller. Finally back on track. I mean, to be fair, a 75 overall pitcher with a low walk rating is likely not to do well in the majors, but we didn't have many other options. So kind of have to go with what you got. And our guy that we had was Mason Miller. And he is improving considerably. One thing that irks me quite a bit, though, is, and I just don't understand this about the game. If you go to training on all of my pitching, I have bullpen session to improve control, velocity, and break. But velocity and break don't go up, ever. On any single one of these pitchers, velocity and break do not increase. So what is the point? And then on all batters, we increase vision, discipline, and clutch because vision keeps you at bats, keeps you fouling off pitches. Discipline gets you on base. And especially clutch, because if you have a runner on base, your clutch rating will supersede a lower contact. So, like Estuary Ruiz with a clutch of 99, let's say he's facing a righty pitcher. His contact rating is only 60, but if there's a runner on second, now he has 99 contact. So, just something to keep in mind. That's why I tend to boost those over contact or power. Plus, just overall for the team, if you can draw a walk, you're helping your team. I'd rather see a guy walk than get struck out. But anyway, pitching, Mason Miller doing okay at AAA and improving pretty quickly. He probably should have started there, but it is what it is. Kyle Muller having a pretty good season. Actually, really, just in general, pitching down at AAA has been good. Except for Luis Morales. I don't know why he's not pitching well. He's got all the skills here. He's just, I don't know, get unlucky maybe. And then Jojo Romero, a guy that we traded for, but was not having a great season with the Cardinals. So we sent him down to AAA to see how he would do. And he is doing very well. So he's definitely a candidate for a call-up. And the rest of these guys, although performing well, I think if you bring them up to the majors, they just get pooped on. And just not a whole lot of improvement. A lot of these guys were converted starting pitchers, which is not hacking it really in the minors. Good stats, but good stats, just not improving. Anthony K is, though. Good. And our infamous Dick Lovelady. Wow. My nose is stuffed up. All right. And then for our AA, JT Ginn. Looking good. Stuart Orr. Our very talented pitcher that we picked up in the second round, I think, of last year's draft. I don't even know. If you have a 2.2 ERA and a 0.9 whip, you would think that your ratings would increase drastically, but they are not. I'm assuming just because he's not striking out batters. But that's okay. He's still improving, and he's an excellent pitcher. I think in the next year or two, he's probably gonna come up. Rest of the pitchers progressing nicely. Andreas Gillian are a potential pitcher in the long reliever role is progressing nicely. So our double A is looking really good. Triple A, pretty good. And look at this. Luther Hanna, our double A closing pitcher, is getting lots of strikeouts. +6 on K per 9. I don't think we have, we don't have the advanced stats, but we have 62 strikeouts in 45 innings. Wow. That is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, that's what you want out of a closer. Guy who can put people away. All right. And that is going to be the inning. We have a very exciting September coming up. We have put together, I think, a season that many people did not expect. As a GM, we made some great moves at the trade deadline. We had a great draft. So I'm feeling really good about our future. I hope you are too. If you watched this, I appreciate your time. I would also appreciate a subscription if you're not already subscribed. A like, a comment goes a long way. I really appreciate anyone who enjoys my content. And if you don't enjoy it, then leave me a comment. Let me know how to improve. And I'll work on that. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.